Good morning, everybody. Myself, Veena Sarathi, Assistant Professor, Government First Grade College, Sirsi. So, today, let us understand the meaning of the factoring and some of the definitions of the factoring. So, this word factoring or the word factor, it is a Latin word which means to facer. It means to make or to do. It means to make or to do. Like the management concept that getting things done to the effort through the efforts of the others. Similarly here, factor means to make or to do. So the goods that are sold on the credit to the financial institutions which are called as a factor. Goods are sold on credit to the financial institutions which are called as a factor. Or in simple words, you can say that it is a continuous process in which the client will transfer the debtors to factor, and factor, after collecting the amount, he will return it to the client. There are some of the definitions of the factoring. So let us see one or two definitions here. First one, that is according to International Institute for Unification of Private Law in the year 1988, factoring means it is an arrangement between a factor and his client which will include at least two of the following services that are to be provided by the factor, like finance, then maintenance of the account, collection of the debts, and protection against the credit risk. Then one more definition is given here, that is according to M.Y. Khan. It is an agreement in which receivables that are arising out of sale of the goods or services, that is by the firm or the client to the factor, as a result of which the title to the goods or services are represented by the said receivables, passes on to the factor. Now let us understand the objectives of the factoring. So every organization has a separate section which is called as a credit collection section. An organization which is working in an complex environment has to enjoy all the fruits of the modern services that are rendered by the factors. So therefore, some of the objectives of the factoring are, firstly, to collect the credit. As I told that the factor is an agent who is acting on behalf of the client. The right to collect the debt is given by the principal. The agreement between the client and the factor will make the factor as holder for the value. Therefore, getting the amount collected by the factor is one of the most important objective. Second objective is to avail the finance. So the factor agrees to pay 80% of the total value accepted as an advance on the date of the contract. On the date of the contract, he will make agreement to pay 80% of the total value and remaining balance 20% after he makes the collection. Then the third objective is to monitor the credit risk. So factor guarantees the client about the collection of the credit. So he accepts the risk of the bad debts. The risk of failure is transferred to the factor. Then fourth objective is to avail the advisory services. The factors will provide invaluable advisory services. So the advices that are provided here by the factor are relating to some of the business opportunities, then ups and downs of the market trends, changing the credit marker, then cyclical movements, customers' opinion about the client's product, services, expectation, tastes and fashion of the customers, etc. Then the fifth objective is to investigate the credit. So the credit collection rise depend upon the credit worthiness of the customer. The worth of the customer, it is understood here by looking into the reference provided by the customer himself, the financial position, the changes taking place with him, attitude towards the repayment are all observed here by the factor. Then the sixth one is to manage the sales ledger. The wholesale ledger is managed by the factor. He will undertake all the activities such as collecting and crediting the customer's account, sending periodical statements, maintaining cordial relationship, information about the overdues, penalties, credit positions, etc. So all are to be done here by the factor. Then lastly, the factoring contract, you can say that so these are some of the objectives of the factoring. So that is there are 6 objectives of the factoring. Coming to the next part, that is the process of factoring. What is the process of the factoring? Factoring contract is arranged by establishing a relationship between the seller and the factor. So the relation is finalized by following some series of activities. So the process is different with the domestic factoring and the international factoring. Now let us see here what is a domestic factoring and what is the process of this domestic factoring. So there are some steps involved in the domestic factoring. That is, customer will first place an order with the seller. Factor and the client will fix the customer limit. Then client will deliver the goods and invoice with notice to pay to the factor. After receiving the invoice here, client will send an invoice copy to the factor. Factor will pay 80% to the client. After paying 80% to the client, factor does the follow up with the customer and customer will pay on the maturity to the factor and factor pays balance amount to the client. So this is how the process will take place here in the domestic factoring. Then what is the step involved in international factoring? So in international factoring, exporter will send goods and invoice to the importer. First exporter, he will send the goods and invoice to the importer. Then exporter sends copy of invoice to the export factor. Exporter, he will send a copy of invoice to the export factor. Export factor will make the payment to the exporter. Export factor sends copy of invoice to the import factor. Import factor will send a statement to the importer. Importer will make payment to the import factor. Import factor makes payment to the export factor and import factor pays commission to the export factor. So this is a process of the international factoring. First, exporter will send goods and invoice to the importer. Exporter along with the goods, he will send a invoice to the export factor. Export factor on behalf of the importer will make the payment to the exporter. Export factor will also send a copy of later on to the invoice to the import factor. Import factor will send a statement to the importer. Importer will make payment to the import factor. Import factor will make payment to the export factor. Import factor pays commission to the export factor. So in this way the process between the that is the domestic processing, domestic and the international process of factoring will take place. I hope all of you understood what is the factoring, what are the objectives of the factoring, what is the process of factoring, that is both the domestic factoring and the international factoring. Thank you.